Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. Okay, let's go. Hey guys, Ghost your Dave with a Destiny 2 Season of Dawning video. You said it, I said Season of Dawning. Okay, the Dawning came out, and for those of you who don't know, like last year we got another new weapon, except this year we got a submachine gun. It is a Hake model 750 RPM named Cold Front in our kinetic slot, and that's fantastic. I love Hake weapons, I love 750s. Tarrable is my favorite SMG in the game. High damage, high recoil, they're fantastic weapons here on PC. We have the options of fluted barrel or hammer forge, rocking hammer forge for the increased range. We have the best magazine perk possible that rolls on this SMG named accurized rounds, which is a huge bump to the range, and the range on this thing's pretty gnarly and it's not even max range. We got auto-loading holster, so if we stow the weapon, it automatically reloads. And we have kill clip. Getting a kill and reloading this weapon shortly increases our damage by a lot. So it's a great perk on 750s. It's very strong. We have an Icarus grip, and sadly we got a handling masterwork, but then again, it's the first day of the Dawning, so we got a pretty gnarly roll. I took it into the Crucible with a sniper, with bottom tree Stormcaller, because I felt like messing around, and empowering Lunafaction boots. We have empowering rifts, we have arc buddies, we have Lunafactions. It's a fun time. So if you like this video, if you enjoy the gameplay, or you just found the video helpful, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends, do whatever you want. Check out any of the other videos here on this channel, as your support is always greatly appreciated. Or if you want to see me get a lot of the footage or do the grind live on Twitch TV/GhostYourDave, that's where I do it. So let's get to this review. So as always, let's start off by talking about how you get this weapon. So when you first get on Destiny 2 in the Dawning, you're going to head to the tower and you're going to talk to Ava Levante. Talking to Ava Levante, she's going to give you her brand new Holiday Oven 2.0. Nothing's really changed, there's just more recipes. I don't know why she had to go and upgrade the oven, since it doesn't seem any more efficient than last year's. Anyways, she's going to give you that and all the materials to make some Galler Doodles. You're going to go ahead and take the Galler Doodles to Zavala, and Zavala's going to give you a box that will contain your first Cold Front. It should be randomly rolled. Maybe it's the roll you want, maybe it's not. If you want more rolls of it, you're going to have to play throughout the event, kill different enemy types, use different weapon types, different elements, use supers, and get the different cookie recipes and all that. Make all the different cookies, give them to people, and every single time you give people cookies, they have a chance to give you another randomly rolled Cold Front. They could also give you the Avalanche from last year, but it's really easy to do, and I really appreciate that. So just to refresh people on 750 RPM SMGs, because I know a lot of people don't know SMGs outside of Recluse. That's no shade at all. I understand just most people only use Recluse because Recluse has been the strongest SMG for the longest time, and I totally understand that. But with 750s, they have a 0.67 second time to kill in the Crucible with 9 headshots, which is a really strong time to kill. Especially at close range, allows you to shut down shotguns very well. Granted, you have to land those headshots, but with perks like Kill Clip, the weapon just becomes more and more lethal, and you can chain kills very easily. And to compare it statistically to the only other kinetic 750 legendary that we have, it's Hard Truths. Hard Truths is earned from doing the Crucible, and Hard Truths has worse stats in every single stat. The stats of Cold Front are directly better than every single stat of Hard Truths, except Hard Truths has one more point of reload speed, which isn't very relevant because Hard Truths doesn't have great reload perks and Cold Front does. So let's talk about the perks that Cold Front actually gets. Cold Front actually has a set sight, which is fantastic. Being an anti-ope model, it has the SC Hollow sight, which is the sight that everyone used on anti-ope in year 1 and everyone looks for on anti-ope in year 2. So it's fantastic that that is a set sight. We don't have to bother about rolling it, and that allows us to roll barrels. In my opinion, the best barrel to get on this weapon is Full Bore. Full Bore is going to give you a huge bump to the range, a small nerf to handling and stability, but honestly with a weapon like this, you really don't need it. It's not going to hurt the weapon too much here on PC, and the range is absolutely worth it. Other options that you could take if you're afraid of the other stats going down are Hammer Forged or Small Bore. Those are going to be your best ones, or Extended Barrel, as it also is mostly increases with a hit to handling, but the handling stat on this weapon is very high, so again, you're not losing a lot. For your magazine option, there's really two that I'm going to say. Obviously, I mentioned Accurized Rounds is the best range magazine perk in the game. And, well, we get Accurized Rounds, so you're going to want Accurized Rounds to increase the range as much as possible, because here currently, in the current sandbox, SMG's range is actually, with a max range SMG, you actually hit hand cannon ranges, and that's really dirty. Obviously, the bullets spread a little bit sometimes, but it's still dirty that you can hit that before damage fall off. And then the other magazine option you could take is Drop Mag. Drop Mag gives you a much faster reload speed, but if the magazine was not empty, then you lose the ammunition that was in the current mag. but it does allow you to work with perks like kill clip and whatnot. So in our first trait slot, we have the options of Zen Moment, Feeding Frenzy, Autoloading Holster, Underdog, and Pulse Monitor. And I'm going to be honest, I think that you can make an argument for just about all of these. For Zen Moment, obviously, you have controller or console players, it's a great perk. You have Feeding Frenzy, any kill with this weapon is going to give you a faster reload speed. It's just a fantastic perk to have. Autoloading Holster, which is great if you use the SMG for close quarters, but mostly spend most of your game sniping or using a scout or a pulse. So you can just stow it, it reloads on its own, you don't have to worry about reloading it, it's fantastic. You have Underdog, the lower your health gets, the faster reload speed you get, which is great for taking duels. It's pretty much like Outlaw and whatnot, or Feeding Frenzy, except you don't need the kill. Granted, I'm assuming you got the kill, or maybe you ran. Point is, you're going to get off a faster reload just for taking gunfights, and Pulse Monitor because it helps during the gunfight. With a smaller mag of like 27, there are definitely times where you're taking somebody outside of your optimal range and you run out of bullets, but if they're shooting back at you and they break your shield, it gives you some bullets back into the magazine immediately and might let you win that one. So again, arguments for all of these. And then for the final trait slot, we have the options of Osmosis, Kill Clip, Vorpal Weapon, Rangefinder, or Dynamic Sway Reduction. For me personally, the big three here are Kill Clip, Rangefinder, and Dynamic Sway Reduction. Obviously, Kill Clip is fantastic because you already have an incredible 0.67 second time to kill. With all headshots and Kill Clip, you actually get a faster time to kill, but it also just allows you to miss more headshots, land more body shots, and still meet that 0.67 second time to kill. It is an incredible perk, and with a weapon like this, you're probably going to be getting a lot of kills and getting a lot of use out of Kill Clip. I know I did. Rangefinder is great because I talked about the fact that this has a very high range, it has a very good time to kill, it has almost all the perfect range options, so with Rangefinder, I believe this is the only SMG that rolls Rangefinder, you're probably going to have the most range out of any SMG, which is really cool, it's really unique, and it lets the weapon stand out, and I'm excited to get my hands on one. And then the final one I'm going to say is Dynamic Sway Reduction for the same reason as Rangefinder. While it doesn't work the exact same way as Rangefinder, what Dynamic Sway Reduction actually does, a lot of people think it's a stability perk, but in reality, while holding down the trigger, the weapon becomes more and more accurate while you hold it down. So what accuracy actually means in Destiny 2 is it is a range thing, meaning the more you hold down the trigger, the more the bullets are going to continue to stay clustered at range. So the farther the bullets travel, they're going to continue to stay tight and clustered, meaning it's going to remain hit scan at farther ranges and you're going to be landing more and more shots. So while you don't have more range before damage fall off, you will be landing those damage fall off bullets more consistently, which might help you get a kill more often than Rangefinder. So the footage you've been watching is actually my first game with the weapon. I literally hopped into one Crucible match. I haven't been playing a whole lot of Crucible recently, but I hopped into one Crucible match and instantly got a fantastic game with this weapon. Shows off the strengths, and it just shows that it's a very solid weapon. I was very happy with it, and I'm excited to get more roles and try them out on the Crucible. The two roles that I specifically am looking for is the max range, full bore accurized range masterwork, Feeding Frenzy kill clip. Obviously, that's a no-brainer, but if I get the same thing with Underdog kill clip, I'll be just as happy. Outside of that, I'm looking for either Feeding Frenzy or Underdog with Rangefinder or Dynamic Sway Reduction. Same thing, max range, full bore accurized range masterwork, and I just want to see what kind of ranges this weapon can hit. This weapon felt incredibly solid and might be one of my favorite SMGs in the game. I mentioned earlier that Tarrable is my favorite SMG, but I definitely prefer kinetic weapons over energy weapons for really no reason besides they just do. So the fact that this has really unique roles, it has really solid roles outside of the uniqueness, and just has good stats with the ability to get even better stats, increasing that range to an absolute ton. It's just something that I genuinely like to grind for, and it's really nice. I'm the type of person who really enjoys mindless grinds with a clear reward at the end, and I can see that here. If I just play the game and I just do whatever I want, do any of the activities that I so choose, I'm going to be earning the materials to do this, and at the very end of the event, I'm going to be able to turn in a ton, and most likely get the exact, or at least a very close god roll to the exact one I'm looking for, and I really do appreciate Bungie continuing to give us very farmable weapons, and unique weapons that stand out. So I'm sure that you see the video's just about over. That's it for my thoughts, that's it for the review, that's it for the information, so that's pretty much it for the gameplay as well. Before I step out, I'm going to ask you one thing, and that's make sure that you have a great day.